and this is the SMS News channel where I talk about whatever you want me to talk about, whether it be the latest drama, topics, maybe a little bit of what's going on in my life. You name it, we'll talk about it. But this is just gonna be a short video because I just thought about it and I was just like, you know what, I want to talk about it. I just got done watching Clue, and it threw me off. But I thought about it and I was like, okay, let me go look at my other videos and see if I can watch something or whatever. And come to find out, I realized Braxton Family Values is no longer being able to, you know how like back when we were like, let's say 2015, 2014, you were able to watch your favorite shows on YouTube without any problems. I guess because of like contractual agreements, they're now going on all black and all of these subscriptions, because nowadays, I guess because TV as we know it is no longer what it used to be. You know how we used to watch television, and it used to be where you'd have your favorite TV show and commercials, and you would almost have to wait 4 or 5 times through the whole commercial just so you could watch what you have to watch. And then after that would happen, then you could get to your show. Then after that, it was that whole situation with, you know, DVR and DirecTV was selling the heck. I remember as a kid, I can't tell you how many times Vonage and DirecTV was selling the heck out of those channels, trying to make everybody watch TV, right? Because, ooh, you could just skip through it or save it or pause your videos and stuff like that. That was like the newest thing, you know? And then right after that, then Blockbuster got, you know, out of business because wasn't nobody watching DVDs and CDs no more and listening to music that way anymore because of iTunes and all the other stuff. And everybody was trying to get more computerized. I don't know about you, and I'm very tech savvy, but it's irritating. These subscriptions are pointless. Can't we just go back to the days where we paid for something and we can just enjoy what we enjoy? Nowadays, it's like it's so many misleading things. Like, I had a list of shows that I would watch. ER was my favorite as a kid because I remember coming home from school, it would be the show right after Friends or something like that. I paid for it recently as an adult on my phone, and then it took all of season 1 as if I never paid for it. So my issue and my question is to you guys, do you think that these subscriptions and these networks are doing the industry justice or the consumer justice? Because I feel like either way, and maybe this is just my opinion, I feel like they're cheating us. Because when I looked at the stuff that I paid for, right? And I mean, I'm saying this is stuff that I paid for like way back when, like 2020, 2018, 19. I shouldn't have to repay it just so I can watch it again. You see what I'm saying? If it's not available, then it's not available. I get that. But then here comes the other stuff. So as I'm looking through the other things, they're saying, okay, if we get paid through another subscription, then it's good for the people in the industry, because I guess when you have big companies like Oxygen, because like I remember growing up, Oxygen and WeTV was always having, and HBO always had specials and stuff like that. So people were coming away from TV and now are going to the subscriptions, I guess because they pay more. But the problem is, as a consumer, who has time to be paying all these subscriptions on top of what you're already paying with your bills? It's getting too expensive. Think about it. You got your phone bill, then your cable bill if you have cable, then whatever you pay if you have a mortgage or rent, whatever you owe in your car note. By the time you get finished paying all the stuff that you just got done paying for, you're just working to exist at this point. Because who in their right mind, let's say you want to watch Family Feud. I'm not going to watch and pay a subscription for $5.99 a month to watch Family Feud on Hulu and then turn around and have to watch Family Matters on Peacock because they're not subscribed by the same people. Now we have Netflix. Netflix is cool. You have a special. You can watch as many specials as you want, but the problem is you can only watch it on Netflix and it's only available as long as they have it. You can't save it. You can't download it unless you have an option on your phone. And then now it's coming to YouTube, but now YouTube is dealing with, contractual agreements with the network. So where they can only take a certain percentage from the network to pay, their people the royalties that they're worth to watch whatever show that they aired. Or, people don't want to deal with legal situations. Because if you think about it, like for instance, R&B divas, if they were to put that back on the air, not only will it expose what really happened, it will also tell on a lot of people. Some situations that happened in those shows not only were financially crippling, but some of it wasn't accurate. And you can thank other people for that, because when you work for a network and the only thing that you're doing is contractually you're with that network, you are a product of that network. You can't deviate from it. There's only some things you can do and some things you can't say. And when the big companies have the majority, they are the ones that hold the key to this and that and the third. So what I want to know is, and because TV One and some of these other places that are Black owned have the power to do that, problem is, how do you know if something's Black owned anymore? Because a lot of products that we have nowadays where we're thinking are Black owned are actually owned by white people. And it was crazy because I thought for the longest BET was for us. And it's not like everything has to be Black owned, but I'm just saying, when are we ever gonna be able to pour in our community? Everybody else is pouring in their community. What about the Black community? You dang near gotta mix with everybody just so you can get what you need. And it's like, am I wrong or am I wrong? I'm not trying to be famous here. I'm not trying to get any other point across, but other than the point is, what about us? The ones that are the working class that are just trying to make it through the day, just take their mind off of stuff, and then you gotta pay for more subscriptions. So it's like, who's getting screwed? The people that are signed to these contracts, or the people that are trying to enjoy their... It's like you can't even enjoy just simple television. It's like it used to be. And then you notice, like with certain television shows, certain things are not censored. Some of these cartoons, I don't even watch anymore. Like the stuff that I used to, that I grew up on, oh, I watched that and it had a heartbeat. The new script for that, I don't even watch SpongeBob anymore. Like, and I really shouldn't because I'm grown, but I'm just saying, like, if you with your friends and they got their kids, But it's like everybody has to make a job, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has to keep their cool. Everybody has to do what they have to do to make it or to save face or whatever. It's like you will notice who your friends are when you're working, especially in indie industry. You know, side note, any industry that you work in, you will realize who your friends are or who your enemies are. You'll know the ones that'll still rock with you, but at the end of the day, everybody still has to make a check. But at the same time, can some of y'all think about us, please? Please. I mean, it's not like it's the 1992 where I could just whip out a VHS and then just put it in my my tape recorder or whatever. I don't even know if it's called a tape recorder anymore. It's not a tape recorder. Dang, I done forgot what it's called. Anyway, it's the thing that you put the VHS in, the little tapes, and you put it into that thing. I can't remember the name. My point is, with DVDs, there's a DVD player. VHS, they have their tape recorder or whatever you call it. Anyway, you can't just, my point for saying is it's not like we have a whole bunch of copies of stuff where we can just watch old movies and we don't have Blockbuster. And I'm not about to sit here and pay even $2 to go to Redbox at the gas station to get a movie. I mean, what you gonna do? I mean, I might as well just go to the movies. Like, it's 2025 and people are running out of freaking ideas. Like, dude, come on. Music is going through the same thing. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but my irritation with what we have to listen to is just so annoying. I'm so glad I was born in the generation that I was born in, because these kids will never know what real music used to sound like, because everything now is a remix. We taking music from Luther, we taking music from Whitney and Bobby and all these other people and Michael Jackson and all this other stuff. Like, can't we just make something new? Every era had their own amount of greatness. Can we just come up with something new? Come up with other ideas that are not stemmed from stuff that we saw 30 years ago. The 90s was cool because they had their own vibe. The 80s was cool because they had their own vibe. Same thing with the 60s and the 70s. And you can't tell me in 2025 with new technology, more advanced people that understand stuff, better and more innovative ways to create stuff. It's like y'all just don't want to write no more. What y'all want to do? Have robots write for TV shows? Because I'm telling you, watching Neighborhood is the cringiest TV show I have ever seen in my freaking life. Yes, support anything Black owned. But I'm just saying, can we find writers that are not getting like, we got a grown audience and you guys are making peanut butter and jelly scripts with peanut butter and jelly script like jokes. The PB&J reference is to young people. If they are of a 80, they were kids of the 80s or 90s, can you bring them up to speed? Because they're older, they have children, their children have children, now they're grandparents. I'm just saying. And this doesn't even have to deal with decades. It's just the fact that almost everything now is overtaxed. And I'm just like, dude, I don't want to have to pay everything. Pay almost $20, $50 just to enjoy something that can last. If I pay, because like, think about it. When I paid for those seasons, that wasn't cheap. That whole season was $20 per season. Not, it used to be when you would buy something, you can buy, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing and the whole package came with the several seasons. That doesn't happen. And now we're just, oh, so if you go here, you can go on Paramount. If you go here, you can go on Paramount Plus, and we have Nickelodeon, Disney Plus, all these other stuff. Now I get it. ABC Family was like the coolest station back in the day. You can watch almost any old movie you wanted to watch, but they got bought out by Freeform. What you gonna do? But it's like, you can't even enjoy movies that you watch over and over and over. Like, there was a nostalgia amongst 90s babies and 2000s babies where we would watch stuff over. Well, even any babies at this point, any generation, we had like time to see something different and then get bored with it, watch it over again like it was brand new because we hadn't seen it in a while, and start from scratch. Now we can't do that no more. Now if we haven't watched something in a while, especially on YouTube or any other channel, you gotta pay it again just to watch it. It's like if y'all could just do that, just do us that favor. I mean, because after a while, CDs are no longer going to be, you know, available. So, I mean, what do you want us to do at this point? We literally watch shows from back in the day just because we can't even afford to watch new stuff. And if we are affording it, we have to buy the most expensive or second to most expensive cable plan. Like, I'm not trying to be cheap about it, but I'm just saying, for a person that graduated from college, they ain't got that much money, but we working, trying to make a better living. You want to be able to afford some stuff. I'm gonna be seeing folk in their lavish cars and all this other stuff, and I'm like, you guys out here making bank, what the heck about us? And I'm looking at almost every person that is black and successful in the industry. It's like we can't pass that down to nobody. The knowledge, I'm not talking about wealth. Knowledge to get the wealth so they can get it themselves. That's it. So we're not picking at the barrel. Folk ain't got to do crazy stuff just to scratch your back just so they can get a job. That type of stuff. But no. We got to lay down, jump through hoops, act like we are on, I don't know, the zoo. Act like we are cartoon characters. I don't know. Act like we are just stars in space. I touch your back, you touch my back. I wash your car, you wash my car type crap. Like, come on. It's got to be more than the norm. You just do what you're told. If I wanted to do that, I'd stay at home. We don't come to work just to be doing what we're told. We come to work to do what we have to do. If we have somebody suggesting stuff to us, they tell us to do something, and we do it. But when you're trying to be entertained, and you're trying to enjoy stuff outside of work life, you want to be able to enjoy something Because at this point, we're just working to live instead of living day by day. We should not be in a situation where we're living to work instead of working because we want to, working because we have needs, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Not everybody's going to have $1 million. Not everybody's going to have, mansions on the hill and a Bentley. But I'm saying at some point in life when we advance in our careers, we should be able to at least enjoy the small things. And one of those would be at least if we're going to buy a subscription, let all the good shows be on that subscription. Stop with the generic stuff. Because if I'm going to buy BET Plus, what I don't want to watch is scripted shows that are not funny. You guys, again, are putting shows that don't nobody watch. Older people watch. Younger people are not watching it because it's not relatable. Nobody's just sitting there having 3 or 4 boyfriends on the side and then one day they just, boom, that person's not alive anymore. That's not living. Something that you can relate with. I'm in college, something, you know what I'm saying? I'm in college. I'm moving out. What's the next steps? Stuff fundamentals. Everything's got to be somebody's fighting. Everything's always got to be somebody being cool. What is going on? And then when it's comedy, now it's got to be watered down comedy. The best comedy shows is when they're just themselves. And it's like you really want to go and see them and you want to be able to enjoy yourself and go see them, right? You either got to go long distance to go see a freaking show or something. And I feel like, what for? Why come? Here's another thing. Concerts. It would be so great if we could have concerts where it's not right after we got paid. We can only do so much scraping saving after we done paid almost every daggone thing that's on the list. By the time we get done, you'd be lucky if you got $2. I'm just saying. It is so exhausting. I'm just saying, and I'm speaking for me at this point, we should not be in a position where we have to keep paying for entertainment all the time. And then if we're not paying for entertainment, it's always stupid stuff that don't make no sense in the tabloids that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like some made up stuff, like one tabloid said Trina and Tamar are not getting along because she stands by her niece Ashley for an allegation that came out, and that's alleged. You don't even know. Like, even if it was true, I don't know. I wouldn't even make that a storyline. It just sounds cheesy. At this point, I feel like TV shows are running out of ideas to the point where they're making people's lives miserable by fishing more information in people's lives. For example, what I mean is this. Say, for instance, 2 people are married. They don't want to dispose the fact that they are having marital problems, right? Network finds out so-and-so is cheating on his wife. They put that in the storyline. So not only did that person didn't know that was a part of the storyline, they got to go with it, knowing that they're pissed off, frustrated, didn't want to talk about it, now have to talk about it because now it's a part of your job. So we as the fans are excited because it's juice. But as the person that's on the other side, you gotta deal with depression, all these other things that are unnecessary because of the fact that somebody's life is being affected because you found out somebody's business. I mean, even if it wasn't real, like, can we, like, when we had Princess Diaries, can we have something where we can just, it's funny? Something like that. But I feel like now it's like every sitcom has to be about children, and this is what they were going through as kids or something like that. Can we kind of grow up now and talk about what they do if they're in a relationship, not a relationship, something like that? Because it's almost a gray area. We have TV shows that fit preschool kids, junior high school, and then slaps all the way into like middle age. We don't have nothing for people that are in between. The people that are either just now getting married, just now having children, that generation just got out of college, trying to find their happy ground. We busy, but we want to be able to watch something. It's almost like we're desperate just trying to get entertained by TV. We're just asking for simple stuff. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be cheap. Now I see why people used to sell CDs and stuff bootleg on the street. Because stuff was so expensive, they was trying to find stuff. I get it now. Anybody was trying to make a hustle, shoot. Right by, come into, oh my God, funny story. Side note, I'll never forget the funniest salon story. I was literally just getting my hair done for Sunday. It was a Tuesday night. This guy came in. Okay, I got CDs, let's sell these CDs. I got deodorant, let's sell this deodorant or something like that. Who comes into a salon? CDs, DVDs, deodorant, toothpaste, a toothbrush, and pantyhose, all at the same time. He over there asking sisters if they got stuff. He came to me with deodorant. I was like, I ain't got no money, no way. But I'm just like, who just comes up to a random person asking if they can buy some deodorant? I would rather just go to the dollar store. What you gonna do? Sell me two for like $2? Or one for the price of $3? Everybody gotta hustle. Stupid. It's stupid. But I wasn't trying to be before y'all long. I'm just saying, it's life as we know it. Things are getting more expensive, unfortunately. I mean, the fact that we don't have a lot of stuff. Like, what are the kids? I'm so glad I graduated college when I did, because what are students gonna do? Not even just the entertainment. They don't even have the U.S. Department of Education anymore. Like, what are we gonna do about student loans? It sucks. It sucks. It does suck. But, I mean, it's a part of life. You gotta be able to just make it work. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. And it don't feel good, it don't make you happy, none of it makes you happy, but at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do about it? There ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Absolutely, positively, absolutely nothing. But, I mean, I said all this to say, entertainment shouldn't be a chore. It should be it should be something that you enjoy doing. Entertainment should just be like a miscellaneous thing that's on your list. Like if you're getting groceries or something, you shouldn't have to worry about, okay, I gotta pay this fee or this other stuff. And I get it, folks need extra income. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I would love that. But even influencers on YouTube, they only get like only a certain amount of cents, you know what I'm saying, per video, unless they have a bigger platform, they have more viewers. You know, you get paid per video or what have you, depends on what kind of content that you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I wasn't trying to be before you long. Hopefully, and you can ask yourself this question: do you think it's fair that TV shows nowadays are not on the same platform, that you have to pay for all these subscriptions just so you can get the shows that you used to like? And do you think it's fair that after so many years that you gotta repay for something that you already watched? And this is for the shows that don't have the subscriptions. It's for the shows that you just pay, like whether it just be YouTube or anything else, or Hulu. Because Hulu, if you don't pay it, it just goes off. You know what I'm saying? If you don't pay it after a while, you have to add another credit card or something like that, and then boom. Or you could just download it to your phone. But now it's like, if you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't watch it even without, you know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think? Do you think that we're almost being taxed just to enjoy ourselves? Leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later. And this has been the SMS News Channel, and I'll be back with more.